Hey everyone, geophysicist Stefan Burns here. Interstellar object 3I Atlas is now at its closest approach to Mars today, October 3rd, less than 0.2 astronomical units away from the red planet. And this is a critical time period to get observations of 3I Atlas from all the different probes that we have surrounding Mars. And well, it just so happens that there is a United States government shutdown in effect at this moment in time. So a bunch of different websites for NASA and social media pages and everything are all inactive, not being updated. Kind of odd and bizarre. I'm not going to comment on it more than that, but we do have this shutdown interfering with our ability to observe actually what is happening in our interstellar neighborhood. And with this object that is the most bizarre of any that we have ever observed, a lot of people think it may be some sort of technology or alien ship. It does have a variety of very weird features to it. The fact that it's so closely aligned to the ecliptic plane of the solar system, the fact that it's traveling so fast at about 60 kilometers per second. It'll peak at about 68 kilometers per second during its perihelion, October 29th and the 30th. And that is, of course, if it actually gets there. Right now, we are limited in our ability to observe 3I Atlas from Earth because of the glare of the sun. So check that out. This right here is the superior conjunction of 3I Atlas as viewed from Earth. We also have another comet nearby here. This is R2 Swan. I've been talking about that. But if we go back in time to today, the 3rd of October, we see that it's still pretty much blocked out by the glare of the sun. We do have some recent images of 3I Atlas taken on October 2nd and also some on September 27th and September 25th. But at this moment in time, effectively now, it's going to be really difficult to get images of 3I Atlas because of the glare from the sun. And so it's critical that we get these images from Mars and these different probes. Luckily, we also have the European Space Agency. They're going to be taking a variety of observations and images of 3I Atlas during this closest approach and for the next couple of days. We also have some different spacecraft there. So thankfully, we're not dependent just on the United States government here. And in fact, we may already have observed 3I Atlas from Mars. So we have Mars Perseverance. And this was pointed out to me by someone on Twitter. I'll link that in the video description. Their name is Drew. And they noticed this a vertical rover. And this is going to be very 3I Atlas for the past week, bright and quite large in this image. And it doesn't have that typical tail that you see with other comets. So there's a bunch of other comets right now flying around the inner solar system or nearby, and they have these super long, dazzling tails. 3I Atlas does not have that. So something is quite bizarre as it relates to 3I Atlas.
All right. Before we get into it, let me add some context, please, before we start speaking. All right. So I know some of us are NASA buffs, you know, stuff like that. Some of us are not, and some of us may heard about it or not. So anybody that knows me know I'm a fucking nerd, and bro, and I'm into space, all that. I had telescopes and shit when I was little. So let me add some context to this. Y'all, what is happening is that there is this quote unquote object that they've been following when they can catch it for a while. So what has happened is that this quote unquote object has now entered our galaxy, right? Which is it didn't cross Mars. Once you get into Mars, now you're in our not interstellar, but outer stellar. So here's the thing. In all of history, comets always had a defining tail. This object doesn't, bro. This is historic. This shit is mind-blowing, bro. I'm gonna mute your mic because you're chewing ice right now, Rich. I don't know what these hand gestures is, but let me finish.
I'm not chewing ice.
No, let me mute your mic. You were chewing on ice, but I got you. Look, let me add content. I got this one.
Nigga over there going crazy.
So, with that being said, the object is made of nickel. That's not normally comets, right? That's the same goddamn shit that they use to make the damn spaceship for us. It's going 68 miles a second. And it's moving in a controlled manner as if somebody's fucking steering it, y'all. I don't think y'all understand how this is different, bro. It's safe to say that this is about as close to us possibly. It's possible that this may be proof of like in another planet, dog. This shit, hey, I ain't lying. I done lost sleep. I just been. Who want to start this off, bro?
Me.
Historic, bro.
Can I say something? T-Ben, I hate you, Blake, because the whole thing. No, I don't have nothing.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm listening. I can still hear you. I'll be right back.
Cool.
I'm just fucking with you, Rich. Go ahead.
I know, no.
Rich, nigga said you trying to swat a flop.
Yeah, I'm trying to swat a flop. Quality. Yogi, why did y'all let him do that when we do not have our astrophysicists here? You know, trust is not here to battle Ben. This is not fair. This is picking on people because you can't bring this topic up without trust. There's no way. Him and Ben, you remember they set a record last time. We were at this same spot. We was at Mars. So now I have my doubts, but I am not. My master is trust. I know him and Ben wanna, right now I might have. Y'all should have called the tech on that. Y'all should do a flag because trust ain't here. That's the only other person besides Ben.
Hey,
him and Ben are astrophysicists. So
it was really him being in rock. It was him being in rock. Them boys went on for about a smooth 30. Y'all had a smooth 30 on this one here last time.
Yeah, by 45. That's why I say this ain't even fair. Y'all can't talk about this right.
Me and Ben was on the same side, though.
You do that right in Ben's lap. That's a touchdown. He ready.
Yeah.
He ready. Look at him. He just ready. If trust was here, I don't think he'll be looking that confident. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I know trust would be right on this. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna let Rich trigger me today, man.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
Let's not get into it, though. Y'all. We got
I don't have nothing to say.
I ain't gonna let him trigger me, man.
I'll just mess y'all. I know my boy would have trust would have been all over this. I don't have nothing. Y'all go ahead. I'm just fucking with y'all.
Come on, let's go. All right, who want to talk on it? Ben, I know we both into it. If you want to go and talk about it, let's talk about it.
Hey man, I've been, my eyes is always in the sky, man. I'm trying to see what's going on. So I've been following this object since they first discovered it in July. I don't know where to start with it, man, because there's a lot that's been going on. And I'm only speaking to those who have an understanding that outer space is real. If you don't think outer space is real, we can sit this one out. We ain't even had a discussion about it. So if you think it's real, we can talk about it. So, like I said, I've been keeping track. Like every time an update come up, I've been on it. You know what I'm saying? All the composition of it, the trajectory of it, how it's behaving, what they say, what it's made out of, how it's being steered, all that. I ain't missed a beat. But I would say this is what's crazy though, because this is the third interstellar object that we've observed. The third one. The first one was something called Oumuamua. And the reason they call it that is because the telescope in Hawaii discovered it, and it means the watcher. I think Oumuamua means the watcher, or something like that. So this was in 2017. And it was shaped like a cigar, real weird shape. And what made that one so odd is that they call it a comet. They always call these things comet. But what made this one so odd is that when it made its pass. When it made this turn over by the sun, it sped up. Now, speeding up ain't crazy in itself because it's something called outgassing. That's whenever when you get close to the sun, it starts to melt in a sense, and when it starts to melt, gas is pushed from it, and it kind of speeds up. what made this one so odd is that it never developed a tail. So for it to not develop a tail and it just speeds off was kind of extremely odd. That's so they say they had no explanation for it. The second object was something called Borisov, I believe was the name of it, and that was a comet. So it displayed all the characteristics of a common comet. The tail, when how it was moving, a comet. Now this third one called 3i Atlas, and we talked about this some weeks ago. About I know I told you I was talking to you about it, Rob.
Yeah.
But so this one, what made this one so odd? You mentioned everything. It's just some additional stuff too. Is that
hey, let them know who found it. Who found it?
Who found 3i Atlas?
Let them know who where they spotted it again. It was in the African country.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, South Africa. Yeah, South Africa. So so they spotted it, and what made this one so odd is that a few things. So back in 1977, they caught a signal coming from the middle of the Milky Way galaxy called the WOW signal, WOW. And this signal was very, very light. They couldn't explain how the signal got here, in a sense. It's a lot more to it, but I don't want to, talk 30 minutes about it. But this object is coming from that same location, in that same area, right? On top of that, it's so like Rock said, it's made of nickel. So I don't know if it's made of nickel, but they can detect that nickel is being burned off of it. What makes that one so odd is that anytime you see nickel, you have to see iron with it. They have to be together. In this case, it's like strictly nickel. And on Earth, the only way that we can get nickel is through manufactured processes. So that's what makes it so odd. It's like, how is nickel burning by itself without iron being present with it? They've never seen that before. So that's what makes it odd. What also makes it odd is that it's coming in the trajectory. So imagine like outer space, there's no north, no south, no east, no west. That's what we do on Earth. How we orient ourselves. In outer space, ain't no up and down. It's space. So imagine all these objects coming in from anywhere. It ain't like no real rhyme or reason. They just come at random. This one is coming within 5 degrees of the plane that all the planets are already on, which makes that extremely odd. It's coming in on the same trajectory as all the planets when they line up. It's coming in like 5 degrees off that same trajectory, and it's moving extremely fast. Not only that, is that like you got a comet as a tail. So when the solar flare thing coming off the sun, it burns stuff off of, and as it's moving, you get a comet, you get a tail behind it. This one actually has what they call an anti-tail. So it's a tail pointed towards the sun. Another thing that's extremely odd. Not only that, it's so much behind us. Not only that, is that as it's coming in, it's very odd that it's passing by Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. Passing by all these three planets. And when it gets its closest, the moment that we get a chance to view it, the closest is going to be behind the sun where we can't see it. So it's almost as like it was planned for it to do that. Now, what makes me so upset is that since July, we've been waiting on October the 3rd, I want to say, because that's when it has its closest move towards Mars, where they can turn the satellite around to get an image of what it actually is. We've been waiting on October 3rd since July. And what happens in October? The government shut down and we can't see it. Come on, man. So, hey, man. And they got it's other satellites, other countries that have satellites that got some images of it. And them images being real weird. It don't look like no comet.
Yeah.
It don't look like no comet.
The one out South Africa, the ones who seen got the new projection, the new projection of it, and that's what made the big news. One of them is like cylinder, so they got an image of it, and it's like cylinder shaped. It's not like a ball like you would expect a comet to be. And then they got another image of it looked like it's spiraling. It's very weird, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. I don't know. But if you look up Professor Avi Loeb. Avi Loeb he's a Harvard astrophysicist, I think is his title. I forgot what his exact title is, but he works for Harvard. He's a professor at Harvard. And he's been one of the main ones that's been like, he's not saying it's alien, but he's saying we need to explore whether it is or not. And
he got like a scale from 1 being non-alien, 10 being alien. He had it at level 4 about a month ago. He got it at 6 now. So hey man, all I'm saying, hey, just keep an eye on it. If you think outer space is the real thing, keep an eye. If you don't, hey man, keep it pushing. But it's very, very strange. And the fact that nobody's, man, look, about 90% of people I know don't even know it exists. That's why I was like, man, what? They don't even know it exists. If anything, at minimum, if it's not alien, this should be enough talk to say, dang, we got something that is behaving like we've never seen before. We got to rethink how we look at the universe, because if this object can do what it's doing, we have to rethink about everything we thought we knew about physics, about how things operate. So it's already big news already. Now, if this thing has turned out to be something worse than that, and we ain't even talking about it, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. And to add to it, before we move forward, the next challenge, once it reaches which planet, I think, because once it reaches a certain planet, they then have to they're questioning, they're asking, like, is it gonna survive the asteroid belt? And so
no, it already went through the asteroid belt. I believe it already went through the asteroid, but I think it went through already.
No, it haven't.
Not yet. Okay, it ain't went through yet.
Because they were just talking about it today. Because I've been keeping up on. They say now that the real thing is, can it survive the asteroid belt? So they haven't gotten there yet, but they coming. It's 65. What? I think what 6,500 miles. I mean 65 miles a second. So
668 kilometers per second.
Kilometers. Yeah. So as of now, up to date, they said it happened, because they were asking. They say now the question is, can it survive the asteroid belt? They said if that thing starts swerving around, that like. Say, man, somebody steering that shit.
Hey, man,
I wanted to ask y'all a question, though, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is on the silly side, so don't be too mad at me for going here. But y'all know that movie where they had to send the crew up there to the on that rock to blow the rock up so it can miss the world.
Yeah.
Miss the world or whatever, like, you know, the rock was split and miss the world. So is that something similar to what's happening up there?
No, it's not.
No, not even close.
Not even close. No.
Not even close. No, they don't. It's Hollywood, man, and it's a legit question, because it makes sense. Like, man, just go up there and do something, you know. But now, two things. This object is not coming to Earth, as far as we know. It's not on a trajectory to come to Earth. But it looked like, if anything, so you know, it's all kind of theory, so it's all speculation, but. Based on what it's showing, and based off what we can kind of assume, based off the opinions we come up with, based off what it's showing, is that it may not be interested in Earth. It might be interested in Mars, or it could just be trying to see what's going on with these planets over here, like what's going on over there. Yeah. Or it could be interested. It could be interested in Mars to be closer to Earth, or it could be trying to stay in our orbit. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know, because we just don't know. We don't even know what it is. Like, the fact we don't even know what it is.
They're floating around, flying.
It looks like it. So when Rock said a minute ago how it's like it's being controlled. Let me kind of put some context on that. So whenever a random object is just, you know, flying through space, it deviates off its course. You know what I'm saying? Based off the factors like being pulled, gravitational pull, things like that, right? Okay. This object is only deviating like a few miles the whole way. So that's how I feel like this. That's why they say it like it's being controlled. Nothing is making a random movements. It's like it's been on the same trajectory. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's being controlled.
The 60 the kilometers a second that it's going is consistent.
It's being consistent, and look how as large as it is.
It's a machine powering it, or something of that nature.
It's like when you're driving, you stay consistent on the speed you're going, and it's like the shit's being consistent, bro. Like,
and no drifts, no nothing, no.
It's not drifting as any other object should. It's very, very odd, and like they what I don't like. This is what the government is the government, right? But what makes me more upset is that the fact that here come, you know, the day that we are waiting on to get an image of it. Oh, the government shut down. What you mean the government shut down today? What you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a few things with that. I don't like how first they say, "Oh, it's just a comet." It's just a comet, but then it ain't behaving like a comet. I just gonna call it a comet. It ain't behaving like one, so I just gonna call it that. But then I don't. Beyond that, it's like my theory. This is just me talking. Either they know what it is and don't want the public, or they don't know what it is and don't want to admit they don't know what it is, or this object is manipulating earthly activities to where it's like we don't want them to see what we are, because if they could travel to here, because this has been it's been traveling for over 8,000 years based on where it came from. If something can get here, it got us. It's well beyond our intelligence. So why wouldn't it be able to manipulate what goes on Earth so we can't view it? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my theory, but that's me. So I've been keeping track every single day. I ain't missed a beat.
Damn, that's deep, y'all. I ain't gonna even
Yeah,
lie.
I ain't missed a beat.
Real for a second.
Hey, it is real. Hey, quality, it is real. It ain't like I know. I'm just if you believe outer space is real. If you don't, I get it. But if you do, it is real. It ain't like no. Oh, it's just another rock. Nah, this ain't like that. This is something different. It's absolutely different.
T.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for the spirit of trust who not here.
Okay.
Yeah, nigga.
I'm speaking.
Now let him cook. Let him cook. I'm listening.
The spirit is in me. He told you something, and I'm standing on what he told you. T, you remember what he told you?
Let trust saying, let that.
I don't remember.
He said October 3rd. He wanted to see the pictures, and he said they wasn't gonna have none because they were gonna make something up because it wasn't real. I remember he said that because you say no, wait and see.
That too.
He said,
but they do have. But Rich,
you say
they do have pictures. They do have pictures though. Just NASA don't have the pictures.
We was waiting on to get close on this day that you talking about. Remember, you said they did the shutdown. Trust told you that when that day come, we wasn't gonna get them pictures. He said
we do have pictures though. I'm saying
pictures. We probably got pictures now.
We got the pictures.
The public ain't gonna see those pictures.
I believe that. Right? I'm not saying. I'm saying two things can be true at the same time. He was just saying he thinking it's fake. I'm not in that boat. I'm just saying he was just saying that it wasn't gonna be no pictures. Now what you're saying is they gonna hide the pictures. And they did. They said they was gonna let us see on the 3rd.
No, Rich, you're not hearing me, Rich. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying NASA is not giving their picture. There are other agencies that did give an image.
Space agencies everywhere.
Okay.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah. That's what I just said. Yeah.
Okay. I thought NASA and the government. Because you said you said shut it. They shut it down. I thought
NASA shut down. NASA shut down. NASA's run by our government. That's our government.
Russia. Yeah.
But there are other agencies, and also they said that I forgot. I don't know which country it was. I just seen it today, but they said they're gonna.
We're talking about the USA. What we talking about? He's saying that the United States was. I understand what y'all saying.
The possible.
Yeah, but he just said that. I mean, he said that.
Just in general. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck the United States. It's space agencies all over the world.
So that what you said your argument was last time. You said you don't have to believe the United States. You got Russia, Japan.
Yeah.
That was your argument. I remember that. But I just remember he plainly said that the United States wasn't gonna let us see nothing on that day. He said,
but his reason for saying it was because he doesn't believe outer space is real. That's a different argument.
Now you're saying it because they hide.
We gonna we gotta let people.
I'm not
wait till that nigga come on here. We having a conversation about another nigga that ain't here.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I can handle it. I just wanted to bring that point up because he's not here, and I'm sure if he was here, he would have brought that point up.
So now, mind you, just to kind of double back, and you ain't got to argue for him, but I know. All right, you ain't got to argue for him. I'm just making a point. Is that his argument was that they're not going to show it because outer space ain't real like that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that, hey, but look. NASA ain't the only. It's been countless of amateur astronomers that got images of this object as well that they got nothing to do with nobody's agency, just somebody in their backyard. So they looking at something. What are they looking at? If it's not real, if it don't exist, what are they looking at? Because I got a small telescope right here, right? It's a small telescope. Me and my daughter go out and look at the moon. We can see it up close, and we know that moon is far away. This object is well beyond our moons. So what are they looking at if it ain't real out there? That's my question to Trust, even though he ain't here. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, so we're gonna go into the next topic, y'all, because I ain't gonna be on no goddamn me 3.5 hours. Good shit, man. So hey, everybody keep an eye on that, man. That is very interesting, and it's a lot you can learn from it about the universe and life and the planets. All right.